July the 21st, 2020. Guys, this is a webcam from down in the Keys. This is the southernmost point of the continental USA. And just south of here is where the center of disturbance number 1 is. We'll look at one of those buoys. You can see the water's agitated, kind of splashing over the seawall. It's shallow there. Normally there would be people swimming. That's what it looks like on a normal day there. But the buoys are indicating that the wind's picking up south of here and just slightly to the west. The National Hurricane Center has the center of this right in this area in the Straits of Florida. If we look at one of the buoys there, this is from Sand Key, Florida. You've got 25 knot winds gusting to 32 knots. Now that has slowed down. There was an outflow earlier, and it was up to 42 knots in the gusting. But you got 75-degree air temperature because it's cloud cover. But the water temperature's not on this buoy, but it's 85.5 degrees in that area. Now, again, the gusts were coming out of it at 42 knots earlier. This is a 5-day forecast. You can see where the X is, right where I was showing you in the Florida Straits. 40% chance of development. Now, over a 2-day period, guys, it's a 30% chance. But by Friday, this thing has a 40% chance of development. That may change very quickly. They're talking about the same thing as it was this morning. It's going to be moving over the southeastern Gulf later today, the central Gulf on Wednesday, northwestern Gulf on Thursday and Friday. And guys, the storm that's in the Atlantic, one of the reasons I went ahead and updated the video now is because even on a 2-day forecast, it's 80. We're looking at a 5-day forecast, but we'll switch it. It's an 80% chance of development. It's updated at 11:05 Eastern. Satellite imagery and recent satellite wind data indicate that the low pressure system located about midway between the west coast of Africa and the Lesser Antilles continues to get better organized. If current trends continue, advisories could be initiated on this system as a tropical depression later today. Regardless of development during the next couple of days, less favorable conditions will be up at the end of this 5-day period. But if you click on the 2-day forecast, you'll notice it's a 30% chance of disturbance number 1, but it's still an 80% chance of disturbance number 2. Now, we're going to have a race for the next named storm, it looks like, but I think the Atlantic storm will win this one and become the next one, the next named storm, which would be Hannah. Now, if we look at the satellite imaging, guys, you can see that where the dust cloud is now that the sun is further over into the Caribbean and the glare is not mixing with this dust storm, but disturbance number 2 right here is under it, and it's created an outpush right in this area, and that may keep it completely out of the major part of that dust storm, and that will not inhibit it. The models are showing it coming somewhere inside the Caribbean, what they call the Hurricane Alley. We'll take a look at that spaghetti model. But looking at this, guys, there's not a lot of upper-level wind shear at this point. You're seeing some if you get up in the central Florida area, but coming in across the straits, everything's pushing into the Gulf. And notice that it does have more of a west-northwest or moving to the top left than it did this morning. And we were talking about that wind motion once it got into the Gulf of Mexico. So we need to pay attention on tracking that one. Here's a close-up of disturbance number 2, which I think will probably be called Hannah. Here's what we got. The buoys are showing 75-degree air temperature because of that cloud cover. And the gusts there, like I said earlier on this outflow, were showing 42 knot gust at that point. So we're watching it. The Gulf looks like it's boiling, guys. It's very active, and you're seeing this moisture feeding in from the Caribbean over Cuba into the system that we're watching. Notice that north movement up into the system all across that area. And so it's going to be plenty of moisture, it looks like, involved with that. And that's what these storms need to develop. And they've got, like I said, the water is 85.5 degrees. Models haven't changed that much. The CMC is at the top and coming in at the very north of the northern islands there. And the Navy model at the bottom is going into South America. The next storm will be Hannah. The one after that will be Isaias. So it's a race to who will be Hannah. I think the Atlantic storm will win this battle simply because it's so well organized already. Probably will be named on the next update. We'll be watching it, guys. It will not be affecting the U.S. right now, but there's islands that it will be passing through. So all of you guys pay very close attention to the storm and how strong it gets. The waters are way too hot. We haven't had much to cool them off. But we're watching it, guys. You watch it. It's a heads up. Be safe.